Je vais faire un truc. Mais pourquoi c'est tout en... Pourquoi c'est tout... C'est tout sombre? Je suis une vieille. Oh, on peut utiliser la moto ou pas?
Non,
Ah, je suis arrivé en moto.
bon,
Je suis quoi, en Écosse, non?
non, t'es à Londres.
Immense le château.
Elle est dure, hein. Tu sais que moi, au bout d'un moment, le dossier, il sera dans un coffre. Le code du coffre, j'ai dû regarder sur Google. Parce que j'ai pas trouvé.
Pour trouver le dossier?
Ouais. En gros, le dossier, il est caché dans un coffre. Le coffre, il est caché.
That is
Et le coffre,
Phineas
il a un
Whitmer,
code. Et le
the
code, tu dois le
famous
trouver dans une
private
salle. Je suis
investigator
sûr que j'ai pas trouvé.
hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous...
Don Archibald. Tu sais que t'as un passage hyper facile, genre où t'es toujours caché, hein.
Est-ce qu'on peut me déguiser?
J'ai jamais été là, moi.
I know I oughtn't to say anything, but the same as you're here. Everything's just so strange. The parents having a funeral and then she turns up alive.
Ah,
And then you're business with her brother Zachary. And all this security. I've never seen a place guarded like this and I dare say I don't like it at all.
Oh man, gardening is so cool. Say hi to your mother for me.
Je comprends pas l'anglais, me parle pas, s'il te plaît, je comprends pas l'anglais. Tanois, j'ai pas pris mes...
Well, this is what I mean. You have to be
J'ai pas pris
patted
mon
down
chapeau.
before you see Madame Carlyle inside. Oh, I could just cry.
So, I just need to check.
That's a bit excessive, I think, considering the fact that I spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside the house unseen.
We know what we're doing, sir. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, we have a strict no gardeners policy today. Sorry, you're gonna have to leave right now, sir. Yeah, and don't come back. It's for your own good. There he is! I see him!
Oh non, oh non, oh non. Je suis une grosse merde, putain. Je suis con, pourquoi je me suis pas déguisé en flic dès le début?
Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle.
Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
Mais j'en ai marre, je suis trop nul, Zabi.
Thornbridge.
Je vis trop vite.
Mais regarde, passe par là, là.
Mais non, mais il y a une intrigue là. Je suis l'intrigue, non.
Phineas
Je suis
Whitmer,
l'intrigue.
private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle.
Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe
Mais
you
l'intrigue, c'est
should do
juste
some
quand
detecting
tu devras
yourself,
suivre le
47.
détective. Hein. Et après, il faudra que tu te déguises en détective dès qu'il est dans le château.
I lost sight of suspect. Anyone see him?
Hey, what's the situation here? You look freaked out.
Crap! He's gone! How the hell did he manage that?
Command! Command! You there? All right. There's a hard-ass criminal out there. We need to apprehend him.
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Please do.
If you'd follow me. I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary.
What?
And all this security. I've never seen a place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all. This is what I mean. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carlyle inside. Oh, I could just cry.
Sir, I just need to check.
That's a bit excessive, I think, considering the fact that I spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside the house unseen.
We know what we're doing, sir. Don't worry about that.
Listen here, pal. I'm sorry, but you're not getting through.
throwing stuff around here. Come on. Good job.
That music makes my heart soar.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience,
Yes, sir.
a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madam Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled...
Yeah, man, on arrive de Londres, frère. On est là, on est présent. London Gang.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madam Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London.
Yes, sir.
Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
Ok, sir. Je suis, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. C'est un contrat d'un mec?
I feel obliged to point out that
Il
the
était
current
easy.
affairs surrounding Madame
Avec un
Carlyle
déguisement, je l'ai
are
fait.
of a delicate nature.
Aucun déguisement?
You
Avec
may
un
be
seul.
familiar with the
C'est ce
recent
déguisement-là?
announcement of her
Ouais.
death.
J'ai eu un rendez-vous
Probably
avec
learned that
le
the
type
stage
cocher, je l'ai tué.
funeral is
Et après, je
scheduled
suis
to
allé
take place
sur
tomorrow.
l'autre cible et je l'ai tué.
Madam's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation.
Yes, sir.
I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle
Il y a des
is
gardes
still
partout ici.
alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information
T'as
for
mis le
you,
live sur ton téléphone?
so please do come and
No.
see me when
Okay.
you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room. To my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this. Why don't you use your camera
Wesh.
to scan the dead body, 47?
Il est pas très en forme, le frérot, là.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
Tu peux aller fermer la fenêtre là-bas au fond, s'il te plaît?
Quoi?
Elle reflète dans mon écran.
Mais il fait chaud.
Non, mais fermez le store.
Mais elle est ouverte. Le store il est fermé.
Enfin, on ouvre ça là.
Vas-y.
Tu peux aller fermer ça là. Comment ça serait une plante qui aurait tué le frérot là? Ah, la table de nuit. Merci frère. Merci frère. Ouais, excuse-moi frère. Oh, parle pas avec moi toi.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Strange.
Attends, je vois rien moi. C'est bizarre le.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
remembered. I went for a stroll behind the greenhouse last night. Maybe that's where it is.
What is?
My lost button. The one you couldn't find at the graveyard. Wouldn't it be a good idea for you to go and look for it?
Patrick Carlisle. Can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shh,
I'm
it's
fine.
a sneaky
It's all
butler,
part
isn't
of the
it?
job.
He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
Ah, c'est entendu sur toi, mon petit. Au prochain. Vous êtes tous les autres.
Okay.
Crois pas que moi, toi.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Ah, c'est un concours de débat.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Rebecca, c'est pas elle.
I received the vault token from the Milton Fitzpatrick London Bank. Did I understand correctly that I should give it to Rebecca in case of your death?
Exactly. She holds the other one. I want her to have the file on Arthur Edwards if I die.
You're not fearful she will be in trouble? If she knows.
She will start digging when she realizes things don't add up. Inevitably getting her in trouble.
Excuse me, sir. You are trespassing on private property. That's right, I'm out of your league. I don't want to see you here again.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, stop pacing. For God's sake, Emma.
But why don't we get any kind of explanation? It's only rude. You're being so coy, Sam. Can't you tell me
I should
probably
let you get back to
Right. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Is that all? Not very thorough, huh? Here.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Ok, attends, on va parler un peu toi aussi.
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle. But who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show.
Mais toi, t'es bizarre, toi.
Fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Ouais, toi, t'es vraiment chelou, ma gueule. Y'a qui d'autre qui est suspect? Y a lui, on l'a interrogé. Lui, il manque lui. Elle a un alibi, elle on l'a interrogé. Lui, faut qu'on l'interroge un peu plus. Toi, on va t'interroger, mon pote, parce que toi aussi, là, t'es un peu chelou, toi. Ah, mais toi, je peux pas te parler, toi. T'as, viens là, toi, ça, le petit con. Oh, petit con, viens là. Mais il est occupé de quoi, putain, mais... T'es un petit jeune, là, tu fais rien. Parle avec moi. Parle avec moi. Putain, mais il me fait chier à jouer au billard de mes couilles, là. Tiens, je te prends ta boule. Arrête de draguer une... Ouais, dites-lui non. Il est con.
Creepy as hell. No
Toi
ambition.
aussi, t'es bizarre, toi.
Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot.
Ouais, toi, t'es bizarre,
Daddy
toi.
chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. So...
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Mais toi, t'es trop bizarre, toi. Il est où, Edouard, là? Il me manque Edouard.
That That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Painkillers. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But
Ah,
not
ah bah
the
alors, rien.
poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that.
Some of the delivery
Are you
people were unhappy
considering
with
to
the
frame the
security of
butler,
Gates.
47?
But that is safe with Ethel. She never misses a step. Gossiping and work both.
Fake funeral tomorrow. Zachary found dead upstairs today. Death is everywhere. I never thought of it that way.
Il est où Edouard là?
In front of the books when he can play like that. That music makes my heart sore.
You and me both.
Lève-toi frère, lève-toi.
Hi.
J'ai pas que ça à faire à t'attendre moi, Edouard là. Edouard Romain d'argent. Et tu joues, y a même pas de son qui sort. Voilà, merci. Allez, viens, on parle maintenant.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. Anything else I can do to help?
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were.
C'est pas bizarre ça.
But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca, they had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. If that's all?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
Ah, je peux respirer, il m'a dit. Allez, toi, je savais que t'étais normal. Toi. Lui aussi. Toi, je t'ai un peu soupçonné, mais bon. Il reste les trois là. T'as un mauvais, j'ai un mauvais pressentiment sur ta bouche, toi. Hein. 2 secondes, je règle un petit truc là. Hop, 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 hop. Les lieux d'intérêt, c'est quoi? Chambre de Mike Gregory. Non, moi, c'est la chambre de...
Yes, hi Cassie, it's me again, Edward. I know I'm not supposed to leave you messages, and this is the last time I've probably...
Something odd.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed.
Toi, t'inquiète,
Don't
t'es
know
sorti
about Nina.
d'affaires.
She did act a bit strange.
Tu sais, il y a les...
I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor.
Il y a le jaune et elle
The
qui est
shock she had
suspect.
when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Non, c'est bon, ferme-la. Ok. Toi, mon pote, toi, t'es foutu. T'es foutu, toi, t'es foutu, t'es mort. Toi, je te sens mal aussi, là. Toi, t'es un peu chelou, toi. Toi, je vais te fumer, toi.
Guttenberg, hello. Yeah, listen. Listen.
Elle est trop grande, la maison, là. Je sais pas où fouiller, du coup. Je sais pas où c'est que j'ai déjà fouillé, où c'est qu'il faut fouiller.
No need to panic.
Ouais, tais-toi, frère, tais-toi. Pourquoi j'ai pas le droit d'aller là?
It's all gone. Ron and I haven't been...
Mr. Ford.
Mrs. Carlyle. Well,
For heaven's sake, just say it.
I looked into the Tokyo Hole. Assessment is that they are gone.
I don't need assessments. I need absolute confirmation. That's why you're here.
Ok, lui c'est comptable ou je sais pas quoi.
Sorry, sir, not coming through here. Move away, right now, thanks.
Pourquoi je peux pas aller en haut là?
You're trespassing.
Vigilante Tango! Move to my position! Hey! Release the chokehold! Hey, you! Keep it cool, Jacob. You shouldn't have messed with me! Come on,
Stay low. Follow me. I'll get us out of this. Understood?
Yes, yes.
Suspect is hit. Stay low. Stay low. Do not move. I got you.
Okay, I've got
Ouais, là, ça sert à rien. Je sais pas où il faut fouiller, putain.
Did act a bit strange.
Ouais, d'accord, on a compris, allez. Laisse-moi
You know, I
tranquille.
bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitman?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is there anything else you want to ask me? followed, his motion was rejected. We all signed the bloody thing 4 days ago. So I got hold of the officer. He says it was finalized, but then how can it be withdrawn?
Hey, how you doing?
Gueule, toi. Premier étage côté cimetière.
Please stay back.
Ta gueule. Hop. Premier étage côté cimetière. Cimetière, il est quel côté? Il doit être celui-là? Non? C'est un cimetière, ça? Non. Il doit être derrière, là-bas. Il est là, le cimetière. Bah, il est sûrement là, le cimetière. Bathroom. Arrête de draguer, toi.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room. Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
Ah, maintenant, il y a un double meurtre. Il y a quoi d'autre comme lieu? Chambre de Rebecca. Ça, j'ai un peu vu. Bureau du monsieur Farnaby. Ça, j'ai vu. L'hiver.
Have you ever fallen in love?
I should get back to you.
So I...
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
T'es une merde, toi, t'es une merde.
Hello, sir.
Ta gueule.
Hi there.
C'est long, Zabé.
Don't worry about it.
What? Excuse me, sir.
Mr. Gutenberg, hello. Yeah, listen. No, listen. I understand, but you need to talk to Andrew.
Et McGregor, là, il cache un truc. Vas-y, y'a quoi d'autre comme lieu là?
But that Emma woman is a tad too busy for my taste.
Je vais à la douche, effectivement, je vais à la douche, effectivement.
In Madame Carlyle's bedroom. We're the new heads of the family after all. It is only fitting, she said.
T'as toujours pas tué?
Ah non, faut que je résolve l'enquête.
Pour la tuer?
He normally accepts his wife's outrageous behavior without batting an eyelid. But staying in his mother's bed so soon was just a bit steep, I suppose.
I saw her rearranging the photos in the sitting room, hiding Madam at the back, and then moving Montgomery to the front. She's not right in her head. Why would she do that? He died almost 50 years ago. Thank God Madam Carlyle is still alive.
So 41 guests will attend the funeral tomorrow. There's still a lot to see to, but we're in good time, I think.
I can't deal with all this pretend funeral stuff just now. I'm not...
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe.
Please?
Like a real
Oh,
princess.
comment toi, qu'est-ce que tu me veux là?
Now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Putain, toi, je crois que j'allais t'avoir, hein. À mon avis, c'est elle, c'est sûr, c'est elle.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
Ah, mais Emma, t'es dans la merde. Emma, t'es foutu. On va pas me dire que c'est pas elle, hein.
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and
Comment
see me
ça?
when you do.
Mais putain, mais c'est l'autre conne là. Comment je trouve le... Où c'est qu'il faut aller là?
Get back to you later.
Pas avec moi, toi. J'ai le seum.
Very well, Mr. Fernsby.
Make sure you focus on your work.
I will.
I don't need one more maid crying in the kitchen. So watch yourself around young Mr. Patrick.
Don't worry about me.
Mr. Patrick, can I do anything for you?
Yes, actually. Could you speed up time so I don't die from boredom? I fear I may not survive in time.
Bathroom.
Talking to Madame Carlyle's daughter.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Oh, of course.
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon.
Non mais toi je t'ai déjà écouté, ferme-toi là.
And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing.
Ferme-la, l'oiseau là.
Edward. He can only take so much.
Les taux se resserrent pour nos coupables. Mais là,
We don't have any extra fuses. Ethel looked everywhere.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. No power, no portrait.
Oh, Madame Carlyle will be furious. She expects
So, Madame Carlyle wants a picture taken.
the family photo to be done any moment now.
I need this shoot to happen, okay? And I need it to be perfect.
mais non, mais moi je vais faire celle du détective là.
Can't we just take a fuse from another fuse box?
I guess we could do that.
Sure. I'll finish setting up.
I promised I wouldn't call you again, Kat, but just wanted you to know I feel a little better. No need to worry.
Je sais pas là.
Can't you just relax for a minute?
Damn. No lingering here. Move on, sir.
Ta gueule. Parle tous avec moi là. Il a pas une salle secrète lui?
Zachary's... diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself. Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
Non, c'est bon, je vais aller lui parler à la grognasse là. Elle est où? Mademoiselle, où vous êtes, mademoiselle? Oh, madame. Arrête de draguer, toi, là, ça y est. Elle est à la douche.
Did you talk to Mother?
I haven't had the pleasure.
Allô, là, là.
Looking good today, sir.
Tais-toi.
Hey, Ron, did you?
This area is a restricted area and I can't let you in.
Bah vas-y, viens là. Toi, tu vas prendre un coup de marteau. Ah, viens. Viens là, madame. Madame,
No trespassing here.
il faut que j'aille
Yeah, you know what's
parler,
best for
là.
you. Get lost.
Mais toi, tu vas prendre un coup de marteau, toi. Tu vas prendre un coup de marteau, je te le dis, moi. Tu vas prendre un coup de marteau. Eh, vas-y, l'autre, elle va se barrer, là.
Greetings, sir.
Parle pas avec moi, toi. Ah, tu veux pas descendre, là? Tiens, je te pousse, moi. Je vais l'attendre là. Non, excuse-moi, sur mon cul. Ah bah, tu radotes, mon pote, tu radotes. Arrête de débiter comme ça. Oh oui, viens. Mais viens, s'il te plaît, viens. Oh oui. Oh yeah. Tiens, je t'attends là, je te baise ta mère. Tu comprends ça? Je te baise ta mère. Tu vas prendre un coup de marteau, toi. Madame, j'ai trouvé le suspect, madame. Oh, cringe. Ah, viens, je te parle. Mais viens. Mais, elle se fout de ma gueule.
I'm ready to present my conclusion.
Very well. Let's talk in my office.
Ouais, je vais passer, mon pote. Tu vas faire quoi?
Hello, sir.
Ah, bah là, on me dit hello, sir, hein? Je parle avec elle. Je passe avec elle, tu me dis hello, sir, alors qu'avant, tu me disais non. Hein? Va bien te faire enculer. Putain, il est sérieux, lui? Je t'ai baisé. Et toi aussi, je te baise. Ouais, je suis la taille du bureau.
Skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
Je vous excuse, hein, je m'assois.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat, please.
Je suis déjà assis.
Go ahead.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
I want the file you have, on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. But that must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it.
Ah! Je reste assis, moi. C'est toi qui m'emmènes les choses, pas moi qui vais les chercher.
The file you want is in the safe. Good hunting. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle.
Oh, that startled me.
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
Someone forgot the VIP! Command, do you read me? Over! Carlisle is down!
Got no visual. Acknowledged.
Greetings, sir.
I can't forget his eyes. They were so swollen.
Mais non, mais.
Madame Carlyle certainly does.
Oh, je vais te fumer, toi. Ça la change, j'ai pas envie de niquer ma mission.
How are you, sir?
Ta gueule. Je vous ai tous niqué, vous avez rien capté. Ta copine, elle est morte là-haut, là. Allez, moi, je me taille. Ciao. Ciao, les...
They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
Wesh.
Don't respond, just listen.
Mais j'ai le droit à rien. Bon, on fera ça demain. Voilà, c'est un bon live. Bon, ben, les gens de Twitch, n'hésitez pas à aller sur YouTube pour voir les rediffusions si vous n'avez pas suivi les autres épisodes. Et ceux de YouTube, n'hésitez pas à venir sur Twitch pour tout voir en direct et puis venir parler un petit peu. Voilà. Sur ce, à la prochaine. À bientôt.